KK, what are you doing? Are you chewing on that? Don't chew on that. No, no, you got your own toy right there. There's your toy.
Mhm.
There we
So,
go.
yeah, I see we're live on YouTube. Now I'm waiting for the chat.
You dropped your toy, you big toad. Why did you do that? Hmm? Why did you drop your toy? There you go. Snowball, you having fun?
Oh, finally.
All right. Okay. Get it? No, you can't eat the zipper on my pocket. No. Come on. Let's not do that. That's not. Let's not. No, don't eat the zipper on the pocket. It's not a toy. It's not a toy. It's not a toy. Your toy is right there. That's not a toy. All right. I'll move so you don't have so much temptation. Is that so down there, Snowball? Hmm? I'll get the camera in the right spot eventually. Here we go. Tap, tap, tap.
So Falcons is in the house. Hello and welcome.
Hello, Falcon Sue.
And Lisa Banerjee is here. Hello, Lisa. Good to see you.
Hi, Lisa. I was out getting the shed ready for cutting wood. I have all the equipment I need now. And a load of wood in the van. So, and 11 bottles of water still in the van, buried under a bunch of wood. So,
And Jocelyn Trickler's here with us. Hey, Jocelyn. Good to see you.
hi, Jocelyn. No ball. No ball. Hey, boy. You looking at Cecil? What? You want Cecil to come down? You know, Cecil, it's a major operation. He won't fly down there. So, if he's going to go down, he's going to do the hangs off the side of the perch and grab the base and act like a fireman. That's what he's got to do. Because he won't fly. Will you? No. Where the heck did
So
Jasmine go?
you can all
Oh,
admire Snowball. Yeah. And what is Jasmine doing? Sleeping back there.
she's taking a nap back there.
So Jocelyn says it's the first live since Victoria Cockatoo joined Peaches in Heaven. Yeah, I think we're all upset about the news about Victoria Cockatoo and
Yeah.
April. We're all super sorry and devastated about all the bad news for April the last couple of months. Don has contacted her privately, and yeah, we try our best to help. I think for everyone who also deals with grieving about a cockatoo, so you can talk to us if you want here in the chat, or you can write us. And of course, we have this grieving video where Eleanor explains a little bit about how grieving works, and it's completely okay when one grieves for a bird, because it can be as a real family member.
And we have the video where the flock is grieving after Peaches is gone too. You can actually see them being upset.
Yeah, it was
Right?
after Peaches and after Chloe. I remember after Chloe, they were all like devastated.
Especially the Snowball. Right, Snowball?
Yeah, of course. Snowball was her mate. So we're all happy to see him lively and playful again.
What you doing there? Half asleep now? Yeah, my hands are almost back to normal now. Outside in that cold, I know everybody on the East Coast go, you don't know what cold is, but when it's 45 outside and I'm trying to mount drill presses and circular saws, it's my hands go totally white, and then they get down colder than the actual ambient temperature sometimes. So, what are you doing down there? Well, I got it done. I mean, I still have a few things to do. I got to get a vent up on top of the roof of that thing, one way or another. My ladder is a little short, so I don't think I can do it that way. The price of ladders these days, good grief. What are you doing, Snowball?
It looks like he's having a chilling afternoon nap.
Jazzy Jazzbird. Oh, I
So I think
messed up.
Erin joins us.
This
Hello,
one here was.
everybody.
Hi,
Hey,
Erin.
Erin.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Erin.
Actually,
Yay, good to see you.
The way a cook says that is Happy Hollandaise.
Hollandaise, nice. I like that. And hi to the extended flock family. Looks like another lovely day in the socialization room.
Yeah, I really screwed up a few days ago. I just didn't press the camera button right. I thought I had it recording and I didn't. I always should double check it. She was she was just totally throwing a display up there and it went on for a minute. I look over at the stupid camera and I didn't get it. Instead, I got a picture of the floor or something. It was just, I think
swear, they know when it's malfunctioning. They must sense it.
I can't catch her. Well, I caught her one time, sort of like for 20 seconds or something, but she was doing the full-on display. I mean, it was impressive. And I said, I finally got it. No, I didn't.
That is.
I've got to stop. Yeah, I've got to stop using the built-in app. That's the problem. If I used Filmic Pro or something like that, I would know I was getting it. So I'm just going to have to stop using the built-in app. I make more mistakes with that app than any other.
Oh, yeah. And those displays and everything, those are so cute.
Oh, she's impressive when she does it. And you know, I just can't catch it. Just can't catch it. What, are you going down there to see your buddy now?
Yeah. They are so sweet. Little angels.
You too.
Yeah, I think we have one video about Sugar getting all fluffed up and silly. It looks like that's a new trade of her.
I like that. Good to see more of that.
She's got a lot of
Definitely.
attitude lately. A lot of attitude in that girl. Hasn't it, sugar?
Attitude.
Hey, you snuck over, didn't you? You snuck over, didn't you? Yeah? You sneak over?
How has Bob been doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, as long as you bring him out in a harness, he can. I take him out when Lorelai's in here. I still haven't got him to accept KK yet.
Oh, yeah. Oh. And it's
So I bring him
been,
out when Lorelai's in here, and I've got to put a harness on him to make sure he doesn't do one of his run and jump and try to attack Lorelai or somebody else. So
yeah, absolutely. Got to be careful about that.
that was 2 months getting Lucy's eye healed. So.
And like you said, that's that mate aggression and where they're going for the really delicate spots. And then it
Yeah,
is super serious.
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's doing better with the harness on. He doesn't understand the harness bit. He's why am I in a harness? We're not outside, but
Yeah. I'm glad he still gets to spend some time with Lorelai, though.
yeah, they can preen a bit. I just have to watch him closely. So
Yeah, absolutely.
because when he does decide to go off, I can with him I can tell because he gets the feathers on the back of his neck up about 10 seconds before he gets aggressive. So
Ooh.
when he's with her, but with other birds, he might just take off with like he did with with Lucy. He was just
Mm.
there and gone. But now if he tries that, he ends up with because he can't go very far. I keep that pretty tight rein on him. So
You know, until he gets back to, or until he learns how to cope with that kind of situation, then I'm glad you have that tool. Sweet Bob.
yeah, he couldn't be nicer to me, but this is part of the problem. I think it probably has something to do with the fact that he's uncomfortable with the way he has to be cleaned up and all that all the time. And
Oh, Bob.
You think
but who
he
knows?
feels different?
Yeah, I mean, he has to keep cleaning himself, and I have to keep cleaning him. So obviously it's having an effect on him. But
Right? Because they are so intelligent and such a social animal. So that makes sense. Poor guy.
So looks like Snowball's getting a good brain from his new, well, they always have been friends, Cecil.
Lisa.
But
Aw.
finally, Cecil decided to go down on the floor and visit Snowball more often.
Yeah, Cecil really is such a giver. Such a little sweet guy.
Mm.
he's a wonderful bird.
Yeah, he's quite the boy. Quite
It
the
took him
cockatoo.
almost half a year to start being the way he used to be with me. He when Peaches died, he just went to a different place.
Aw.
He was still friendly to me, but a little bit more standoffish. Now he's been back to being himself, beating me in the head and playing
Yeah,
around. But you can tell he still misses her.
absolutely. And that's after suffering the loss of Chloe.
Yeah, and Coco. Oh, he really loved Coco too. That
Oh,
was
Coco.
and she was a youngster. It was just hi Cecil, you coming back up?
Aw.
Hi Cecil. Hey baby. How
Poor
you
baby.
doing? Mm. I think they'll like it when I start making toys for them, making the wood for them again. I can make a lot of odd shapes. I need to get a router at some point so I can put divots in it and that kind of thing. But still, they like the different shapes that I create. If I have to buy the wood, it comes in only two or three different ways that they'll even deal with, because they have to be large pieces. So
Chat is melting over Cecil training Snowball. But that's really cute. Two boys who preen.
what did you say, KK Bird? No, don't eat the pocket. Don't eat the pocket. No, we're not eating the pocket. No, we're not doing that. Stop it.
And looks like
Stop it.
Cinnamon is enjoying playing with toys. I'm not sure if I think, have I said that Jocelyn Triggle joined us? I think so.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Cute little babies.
You have a toy. You like your toy. Why are you trying to eat my pocket?
And Don was busy working on Christmas, since there's no day off when you have 12 birds.
No, there's no day off.
That's the truth. Oh my gosh.
Actually, don't remember when the last so-called vacation I had was. Probably somewhere in 2000s, somewhere in the 2000s.
Probably
I wouldn't remember one anyway.
2007.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't remember them anyway. So no, I didn't have any vacations for probably.
So that a lot of birds stumbled into your life.
Well, I had a computer business, and you can't go on vacation when you have people who have computer problems. You just can't do it, because you might have somebody who has a massive problem and they can't reach you. So I didn't get any vacations then either. I was doing that for a long time, so no vacations in that business unless you got somebody to second for you. And I didn't have anybody I really trusted. I had one guy I tried to enlist because he was pretty good, but just to take over if I had to leave for a little bit. But he had a problem with wanting to charge everybody $25. Well, I've got my Social Security to worry about. I said, you can't charge him $25. All the learning he had, all the study he did he's trying to, because he retires, he's trying to charge $25 an hour. You got to be kidding me. I mean, if you're doing plumbing or you're a carpenter or something like that, you don't have to update as much. Plumbing a little bit more because the codes change every few years, but with computers, everything changes all the time. Oh, new operating system. Oh, now there's a problem with this program. There's just so much you have to know.
Oh, my Cecil, Mr. Handsome. And Snowball is playing with a frisbee.
So no vacations for the computer guys or the bird guys.
So Lisa has written in chat there is no vacation for her either. She has lots of hours collected on vacation she actually has, but she always gets it denied. So it gets more and more. Poor Lisa.
Yeah. Don't get me started on
That's a terrible policy. I was going to say, that's awful.
Well, it is. And I was thinking of something. I'm an astrologer, so I was listening to one of Chris Brennan's podcasts. He has the astrology podcast. He has such simple names for things when he's such a complex person, but he was talking about the part of the chart that deals with what people translate as work. No, if you go back to ancient history, that was the section where you would find slaves. Okay. So I see that that kind of work is slavery, where you're working a job and they tell you when you have to be there. They won't let you do anything but what you're told. That's slavery. That isn't work.
Wage slavery. That's true.
Yeah, it is. It's actual slavery. And people say, well, no, that's work. No, wait a minute. You can't even get up and say, I'm going to go home for a while. You can't do that. You can't say, I'm going to walk outside and take a look at the sky for a minute. I mean, come on.
Yep.
Slavery. So it's the part of the astrology chart that deals with slavery, which is work. Career is a different area. That's totally different.
Huh.
But
Wow.
and the reason I thought of it is because he was saying, well, this used to be where we had slaves, and I'm like, it still is. Come on. What are you doing down there? What are you doing? What's up, Snowball? It's okay. You can be there. I'm just wondering what you're doing.
Mhm.
It's that little eye peering out from there. What are you doing?
You
Hi,
better-
Snowball. Good boy. Good boy. It's unusual behavior for you. Yeah, it's an interesting concept. People think, well, I'm just going to work, and they tell me when I have to be there. They tell me what I have to do. I don't have any control over any of that. They give me a few days off every year, and they give me so many sick days. But if I really get sick, I still have to go back to work or lose money, and that's not slavery.
Or you
I'm
get no
sorry.
sick days. Sometimes you get no
Yeah.
sick days.
Yeah, if they work you like the people who work at some companies where they keep you working less than you're working like 30 hours or 32 hours, so you don't get any benefits. Yeah. And then because they don't make enough money, they get welfare. I'm not complaining about the people. I'm talking about the companies. The companies are getting welfare money to pay part of the salary of their employees. Isn't that nice? What wonderful people those owners are. Okay? What do you think, Snowball? So who's actually getting the social welfare? The big companies. That's who's actually getting it.
Isn't that wild?
Wait,
Mhm.
somebody's under that chair back there.
Yep, that's Snowball. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, that's
It's not like-
Snowball. I
That's
thought
Snowball.
suddenly Pippa appeared.
No. No, he's been playing with frisbees, so I won't bring
No
her in. I don't
Triton
want
today, sadly.
if he leaves the frisbees alone for a little while, gets up on the ropes, I'll bring her in. She
We
comes in
have-
after
we
he
have-
leaves.
I know we have some big Triton fans here. I'm one of them. I love all of them. I'm also a big Moluccan umbrella fan. It's like
I thought he
super cockatoo addiction.
Yeah, I thought if I thought he was not going to go back out and play with frisbees again, I'd bring her in, but I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing under there? Snowball, what's going on? I can't get a good focus on him because this thing's in the way. What are you doing? Well, we can try bringing her in. Looks like he might hang down there for a little bit. Ah! His knees aren't getting any better. Lucy, I know if I put you down, you won't get back up. Sit on my arm then. Okay? If I put her down somewhere, she won't.
Lucy wants to hitchhike. Lucy is a famous hitchhiker.
Come out, Pip. I had to put a clamp on her cage because these little locks, they're okay for when she doesn't really want to get out, but lately she's been trying to get out. Snowball, no, Snowball, no, come here, would you come? Yeah, away from the door. No.
It's Snowball on his way to Lorelai's cage.
Yep. Come here. Would you hurry up? You little slowpoke. Hi, baby. Yeah, well, you're slow sometimes. Well, you are. Well, you are. No, leave Lucy alone. That's right. That's right. No, you sit up here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got a pip.
You get a pip.
Is it a pip?
And everybody's like, why have you brought in Triton trouble?
It's the best time of the day.
Mm-hmm. Because we want to see a little action, guys.
Something's bound to happen when she said there.
Oh yeah, Falcons is writing Snow was gonna make a run for it. Yeah, I think Snowball, he likes to sneak out to Lorelai's cage. He and Cecil. So when you can find them, first thing to do is looking around Lorelai's cage. Probably 9 and 10 times you find them there. Yeah, Jocelyn is pretty upset about Victoria. She says she was looking so well last Monday and then that on Wednesday. So I think, yeah, it really depends. Sometimes you just cannot see it when it's the time. So with Peaches back then, we approximately know that now it's getting closer and closer. But then with Chloe or so, I think Dawn hadn't any idea that it was time for her when she left us.
Nope.
So you never know. Shuggy came over to cuddle. Or get some cuddles.
Yeah, she was whining at me.
Yeah, we are all happy. Shuggy is back to normal after her super long trip to the vet last week. She was a little bit off and had pooping problems and other stuff, but now she's feeling better.
Yeah, that was a long trip for her, and she did not like it. Not at all.
Yeah, no worry, Sugar. I don't like long trips either.
Yeah, that was a 3 Red Bull trip. So keep the eyes open.
Lisa seems to have a problem with Riku's food. I read the message to you, Dawn. Dawn, about once a year, Riku will pick a toe. I see the skin fall. Then he will make it so red, never bleeds. Then he will leave it alone till it heals, not pick it again. I did get this ointment from a vet that I will apply when he does this about seriously once a year. Why does he do that?
That would be hard to guess. There are birds who it's part of the feather picking. I'm not going to say that's what it is, but there are birds that start on their feet. But as long as he's only doing it for short periods, just keep putting the ointment on there. I usually put Silvadine on little wounds like that, but you probably have something similar. And again, that's a veterinary prescription. It's not the over-the-counter stuff.
Yeah,
So
she writes, Rico's foot is almost bloody looking, but it's not red, probably.
Yeah, if it gets worse, where he really starts getting into it, then you may have to consider, putting him on Haldol for that period of time when he does it. Because usually when they self-injure, Haldol will help that. Something to talk with your avian vet about if it gets worse. And if it does get worse, that would be part of the normal feather destructive behavior, except that he'd be starting with mutilation. I knew one, excuse me. I knew one bird that started with its feet always. So, and it was an umbrella cockatoo, but it always started with the feet and then worked up the leg. But it could be, hormonal cycles in the body. It could be, maybe there's a, some kind of a dermal problem there, but if the vet hasn't seen anything, it's probably related to either a hormonal cycle or a change in the environment, temperatures, and things like that. Definitely the kind of thing you want an avian vet to examine if they will. If they can find anything, that's what I meant to say. If they can find the answer, that sometimes those are difficult answers to find. You can watch the behavior. If it looks like the bird is getting nervous and then it starts chewing, you can see a lot of nervousness or agitated behavior before, indicating like an anxiety of some kind. Then it might be related to other destructive behavior, mutilation. But
it probably can also be something pure physical.
yeah, that's what I was saying, a dermal problem of some kind. But
exactly, that's the thing. One never knows exactly from just what we hear about the bird.
Nope. Yeah,
the only thing is that probably all our alarm bells rang when we hear that, since when a bird plucks or bites itself, then the problem is they don't have much blood. So that's the main problem, that the blood loss for them is far more severe than for if humans lose a little blood. So I think we can lose 1 or 2 liters and we still will survive, and they probably get problems when they lose some drops.
Yeah, because they can't replace it as fast as we can. They don't have the bone marrow to do that. So the cells have to replicate. So they get triggered to do that, but it takes longer. It's a longer process. The way they're built, it's hard for them normally to, they don't get injured where they bleed much. So at least not in the wild. Captivity, there's a lot of dangers, but in the wild, not so much.
So Lisa says it's not arthritis, they said. I guess the vet probably.
It's not a what?
Arthritis? Arthritis? Arthritis?
Oh, arthritis. Okay. No, they don't usually choose something if they have arthritis. That's not, I wouldn't call it arthritis. That would never have entered my mind. In the wild, there are certain types of skin, foot ailments that come from fungus, but they're fairly rare in the wild too. But I can't even remember what they're called because you don't see them in captivity unless you manage to get wild caught birds, which are pretty rare here anymore, at least in this country. Whatever you do, don't try to put like an antifungal or something like that on it. A lot of people think that tea tree oil is good, and it might work on humans if you have like a toe and infestation in your toe of a fungus or something, but it absolutely does not work on birds. It will actually make the situation much worse, as in they'll open up and bleed. So you don't put anything on their skin that hasn't been approved by an avian veterinarian. I remember talking to Dr. Jenkins, and I was telling him about superclot, and he goes, well, I wouldn't use anything that hasn't been tested. He says, I've never used that on a bird. I said, well, you can talk to Dr. Burkett in Virginia because that's what he recommends. And he goes, oh, okay. Yeah, because he knows Dr. Burkett. Who is the only veterinarian who has put together anything worthwhile on first aid. And he has a first aid DVD. I don't even have a DVD player, but He has a first aid DVD that is absolutely excellent. It's humorous too. So, I mean, he's got a dry sense of humor, but it's pretty funny. He's talking about people who'd put flour or cornstarch on a wound. He goes, "Don't bring me a birdie biscuit.
Yeah,
I don't want to
that's
see
not a
any
good
birdie
thing.
biscuits." Yeah, I don't want to see any birdie biscuits. He goes,
Mhm.
"They make styptic, and the best thing is super clot." And he says, "But
Yeah,
you should
so
have both. You should have both because sometimes super clot is not going to stop it fast enough. You need to use occasionally. You need to use styptic. So I have both."
we have Kevin Pritchard joining us in chat. Merry Christmas to you back, Kevin. And he's having a question. He's going to take his bird to the vet for a health check, and he is asking if it's very stressful for the bird. So maybe, Don, you can give some little hints and advice how to reduce the stress for the first vet visit.
Well, if you have time, what you want to do is get them prepared. You want to teach them to put out their wings, and you want to teach them to be able to flip over so they're upside down. You want to get them towel trained. You want to make sure they don't have a problem with getting into a small cage, that kind of thing. You have to work with all that. And I don't know if you can do all that in a short amount of time, but the main thing is to get them used to being manhandled, flipped over. So with these guys, it's all a game. I can flip them over; they don't care. You couldn't do that with Peaches, because of her neck and her back. She wouldn't tolerate that. But you want to teach them to do all the things a vet does. You want to be able to do all that to your bird, and then when the vet goes to handle them, they're used to it. That's called desensitization. So you're desensitizing them to all the things a vet's going to do. You know, throwing them in a towel and flipping them over. I remember when I took Bob in the first time because his cloaca wasn't looking right. And it's still, after 12 years, it still hasn't prolapsed, but it's messy and it's, I have to keep cleaning him and giving him baths and stuff, but it's not prolapsing. So anyway, I went in to see Dr. Young, and he goes, "Well, I'm going to have to flip him over on his back," because he's a very gentle guy. And he goes, I said, "Oh, okay." So I flipped him upside down and tail forward and gave him to Dr. Young. He just shook his head. He goes, "I forget that all your birds are trained." And Bob didn't have a problem with it. I went through the exam, no problem. So, yeah, just desensitize them as much as you can. The vet's going to pull the wings out. The vet's going to touch all the way down the body and feel the organs and stuff. So you want to do that, not kind of quickly go down through the body and do that. You want to open the beak, look inside, right? You want to get them used to having their beaks looked at. You want to probe around the eyes, like get your fingers around their eyes and everything, so they're used to that.
Do we have Lucy here so she can show a little veterinary behavior like opening the wings?
I don't think she's going to want to do anything right now. She's sitting on my chest. When I start messing with her, okay.
Lucy, she's like,
Okay,
let somebody else
I put
show.
my finger under here, all right, and she opens her wing. I just have to put my finger under there. That's what she's trained to do. Okay, yeah, I know. And then with the beak, of course, she has a strange beak. I just push open the beak. Come here, come here, come here. You're looking sick, so I can look inside the beak. You can do that. Then you want to do the eyes. So you want to just get around their eyes and go like this. You don't actually have to open their eye all the way. You just want to get them used to that, because the vet's going to want to check their eyes. They got to check their nares. So you're going to want to be able to do this, to check the nares. You want to do that. Don't mind any of that. Give them a little pet when you do it. Let them know. And you got to feel down their neck. I'm feeling down her neck. And then you get your hand under. You don't want to leave it there too long, because you don't want to get them excited. And Lucy's a good one for that. But come here. You just want to feel along down under their body all the way to the tail section on both sides. Use both hands. And then you want to hold it. You want to grab their feet. Come here, give me that foot. You grab their feet, splay them open, go up the leg, just touch them that way they're used to it. Now, I don't know if I can do this. She's like, what are you doing this to me now for? Come here, come here. You need to get them upside down. Come here, upside down, upside down. Okay, good girl. Good
Ooh,
girl. All right.
upside down.
Upside down. That's all the stuff the vet's going to do. Thank you, Lucy. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Such a good girl.
And if you can do all that with the bird, shouldn't have a problem. Throw a towel on them. In a situation like this, most guys have a towel that, whoever, guys, gals have a towel they can toss on the bird if it becomes a problem. I actually have a towel that's used to catch poop down there, which I can't, I wash it so it doesn't have anything on it most of the time. But I can grab that if I have a bird that gets violent. But I don't even do that. I just grab them. I don't even care. Just if there's a problem, like with Bob, I just reach in and grab them and take them. So
Scoop him up.
the time to get the towel if they're arguing with each other it might not be worth the bite you get on your hand. I don't get the bites generally, but it could happen. So that's what you need to do. Just make them familiar with all that behavior, and then when the vet starts doing it, they're like, "Oh yeah, I've done this before." And some vets are going to towel them right off the bat. So getting them used to a towel, which is just sit a towel next to you and feed them treats, a couple of treats, then eventually move the towel up and go up. Some birds don't even care. So you can try putting a towel on the bird, and if it doesn't react, then you're fine. But if you go to put a towel on them and you can see them pull away or turn their head like they want to fly, that means you need to towel train them. So you can throw a towel over yourself and have them sit on the towel and eventually just edge it up over them while you're giving them a treat with the other hand. That helps. And then if you're going to take them to the vet in a small carrier, I don't do it. I get away with it. most veterinary offices are going to say you need to have your bird in a restraint. It's for their safety because some of these places also see other animals. So
Better safe than sorry.
the way I hold their feet, they're not going anywhere. So, which I learned from Dr. Jenkins. The right way to hold their feet so they can't get away. Because I have to take them to the aviary, and when I do that, they're unrestrained. So I have to hold onto their feet.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it would look like if you had everybody here. Harnesses and everything. That would be wild.
Yeah, getting them into an aviary harness takes a little while. It's like about a minute to get them in the harness. And if I had to harness everyone, and then, what are you doing? Hello, let's not eat the chair. Thank you. Now, snowball. Good boy. Good boy. He looks at me. Did you call me a good boy? Yeah, the big thing with a bird is if you desensitize them to the behaviors they're going to get from the vet, then they're not going to react to it. Hey!
Some of the birds are even happy to meet the vet.
Yeah, these guys all like going. They don't have a problem with it. Not 11-hour trips, but but going to the vet isn't a problem for them. The vet in Las Vegas is
a rat frisbee and Snowball. Have you found one?
No.
So I guessed he might have all his red frisbees replaced with yellow ones because he changed his fable for Moluccans to fable for Tritons. But I think Don told me that all the red ones are in his cage.
Oh my gosh. I like that theory though, Anna Maria.
Well, he definitely has a fun friendship with Pippa, and Pippa has some admiration for Snowball.
Snowball.
He is a go-getter.
But I don't think he will ever get rid of his fascination for Moluccans. They are just too pink to
They're too
to get
pink to
away.
Good
not
boy.
love.
Good boy. I know it doesn't make any sense. I don't want you chewing on that, but
Mm.
and then I got Cecil looking out the window. And that film I put on the window, you can't see properly out the window with the camera. It doesn't pick it up.
Mm.
But
And
when
Pippa
summer
is,
comes, it's helpful.
Pippa is
It keeps
completely
the
silent today.
who?
Pippa. She's
Yeah,
just
she's just
sitting
sitting.
there without any
Yeah.
Triton trouble.
taking a nap.
Mm. She was the star of the Christmas Eve story, wasn't you, Pip? The Pip Pip Pip. Mm.
She must have really been busy earlier.
She was when I went in there. She was playing hard.
That's so cute.
What are you doing, Snowball? Cecil, what are you doing? Cecil. You get up there now, you can't get down. Hey, you're not doing that.
At least big thank you to Lucy for showing some veterinary behavior.
She says, I don't know why he did that all to me. Why did he do that?
Yeah. That's exactly probably what Lucy thinks. But I know she can do it. Oh, thanks, Falconsy, reminding all the people, yeah. Giving a thumb up. Pippa would be happy about that. Wouldn't you?
Pip, Pip.
Pip, pip, hooray.
YouTube doesn't do much to promote us, so you can
Yeah,
use
all
all
the
the
thumbs up.
thumbs up. Yeah, they'll allow other people to steal our videos and put them up on theirs and bring in
Promote
100,000
those.
subscribers. Yeah, they don't care wherever they can get their money.
That's unfortunately true.
You gotta love our oligarchy here.
Temporary oligarchy.
Yeah.
I like to think.
Well, some of the
Kevin
planetary
Pritchard
positions.
says, thank you to Lucy for the demonstration. Well, I think Lucy's okay with it.
They're thanking you, Lucy.
Mm-mm.
Because I don't care. You can handle me. I'm all right with it.
Mm-mm.
That was some of the planetary stuff happening this coming year. I wouldn't be surprised to see big changes. One
We
of the
will see.
configurations of the planet, of the outer planets, is just almost exactly like what we had when we left England. So big changes.
So Boston Tea Party atmosphere.
What you doing down there? He's playing with a vine ring.
Mm.
You'd make a good I wonder if I could find a small tambourine.
That would be so
Remind
cute.
me about that. I think if I could get him a small tambourine, he'd have a blast.
Oh, they've got to have one of those.
They gotta have like a kid's tambourine or something. Remind me, guys, because I can't write it down or put it in my.
I will
I think-
definitely remind you.
I think we all will think about it because that's a cool thing. Actually,
Cecil?
we can find a cockatoo
Cecil,
I
bed.
think you
no.
would love that.
Cecil, no.
I think KK is
Cecil.
already playing his instrument he got from Don.
Too cute.
Mm.
Oh yeah, he
Triton
loves
is
that.
sensing some trouble back there.
Well, he's trying to. Because I didn't get that film on perfectly. He's trying to find the edges of it and try to rip it. What he's trying to do, and that's hard enough to put on. I've got some extra, but hey, Cecil, no, Cecil, all right, stop it. I'll throw something at you. If anyone can destroy something, it's definitely Cecil. Pippa,
Treat. Pippa is so lovely.
Pip, Pip.
And is Jasmine still sleeping back there?
Yep, he's still snoring away.
No crazy Jasmine fun today. Shuggy, no visitors on your perch. How boring. It will be fun when we see Sugar back again outside in the aviary. When she's now that busy, she probably will run behind Cecil and other birds all the time.
Yeah,
When she's not sitting on Dawn.
I know it's winter, but it's still been just a little too cold and windy to take them out, especially Lucy.
Yeah,
Other
Lucy
birds I
is poor girl.
Other birds I could probably take them out for half hour or an hour outside, but when their feet get that cold, you know that they're probably they're not built for that. You know? Most of these guys come from areas where the temperatures never get below 78. So 78 Fahrenheit. So they're what, 23? That's the low of the day. What? Yeah. Pippa?
Rob.
I hear you down there, little boy. Snowbird. Snowbird. Cecil still preening. What you doing down there, Hop? Mr. Hopper? Hop, hop, hop.
Rob, Rob.
What are you doing? What are you doing down there, huh, big boy? Are you sitting on your toy? Are you? Oh, it's upside down. Here. Fix it for you. There you go. Well, that wasn't the musical side. It wasn't. Hi, Snowball. Hi, Snowball. Snowbird? Snowball. Snowbird? Snowball. Hi, KK. Figures you guys would start talking now that it's about time to say goodbye for the day, huh?
Yeah, I think it's always when they become lively. They know it's time for you to end that. Oh, someone was
Snowball.
talking. Hi, Snowball. Mhm. Can we get Cecil on camera?
Not easy, considering where he is.
Oh, he's not available. Okay, we need
He's
somebody
up
else.
He's up at the window. He's up at the window right
Oh,
now
he's
looking
back
at.
there. Oh my.
He likes to look outside.
So cute.
Thank you. I know I'm going to have to clean something up over there. I still have to replace that board.
Hello.
I've got the
Oh,
board
that
to
was
replace
wait,
it.
hello.
Hello.
Sounded a little
Hello.
peachy like, hmm?
Aw.
KK bird. I heard that.
You're all
Well,
sweet.
guys,
bird.
thank you for being with us today, and we will see you next Monday.
Yeah, thanks everyone
Awesome.
for
Thanks
coming
so much,
today
Dawn.
and talking to us, giving us your question. Thanks to Jocelyn Triggle, who become a YouTube member. It looks like she figured out that we have these funny emojis. So yeah, thanks for joining. Your help is much appreciated.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Erin.
ne-
Thanks, and
Next
Welcome to the
Monday
club.
Amy
is New
for
Year,
the
so
moderation. And
let's
we
see
will,
who is fit back then.
we will see you all soon. Say bye. Say
Bye.
bye,
Bye
KK.
bye.